I'm reporting to the American Gentleman magazine from Copenhagen Fashion Week in Denmark. We'll meet different brands, designers from Scandinavia and all over Europe, and what do they think about a gentleman, behavior and fashion. Let's take a look. Style, taste, design, details and more represent a gentleman, and different brands was presenting their point of view at the Ciff Cophegan International Fashion Fair show. One of the participants was Morten Skov, who talked about his vision of a gentleman.
My brand is from the age of plus 18, so a lot of behavement is a gentleman. The young gentleman behaves nice, dress nice. The look that we go for now, denims with a twist. The blazer or a thin jacket.
To wear a blazer or a jacket is a typical idea of a gentleman's outfit, but Patte Peterson suggested something else.
When I think of the word gentleman, it's mostly the English gentleman with the shirt and tie and the tweed jacket. But the gentleman is not just the performance of the clothing, it's also how the gentleman appears. The combination with the jogging pants, the shirt and the polo is not something you see very often, but it's our idea of a gentleman.
To have a private lounge can attract people, according to Jacob Peterson, who said what a lounge should contain.
Cognac, fireplace, nice place to relax, and of course a gentleman has to dress nice. A gentleman always wearing a tie, blazer, nice suit, and gentleman also wants to drive nice cars.
A variety of outfits were shown for children during Ciff Cophegan Fashion Fair show. Age doesn't matter when it comes to style and behavior, and even kids can be a gentleman, according to the participants at the Fashion Week. Big or small can still be a gentleman.
Kids should be a gentleman and know how to behave, know how to don't tease other kids, don't be aggressive, be a gentleman also, even though that you're only a kid, with an attitude that they know how to behave. If you're a swag guy, then she wants a gentleman. A gentleman can wear his clothes everywhere in a cool and presentable outfit, but with a right attitude.
Later on during Wednesday evening, it was time for the next fashion show, where Heinrich Vibskov shared thoughts about how he would dress as a Scandinavian gentleman.
Shirt, underwear, and some socks, maybe some trousers. I think a nice shirt, black, I would say, or pink. I don't think pink is particularly gentleman. It's a little bit up to what people actually think is representing them well, and not about what other people think is a gentleman. A gentleman is more about like how you are aware of maybe being a gentleman than how you are dressed. We look, of course we look different. We only fishermen and farmers here, and we look different than maybe the Americans.
After the show, Sofie, a Swedish designer from Stockholm, talked about the personalities and style that she finds attractive.
Like a gentleman should be like very kind and like taking care of you, and like I like this kind of old tradition, when he opens the doors and have this kind of style. I mean, a suit with a really nice tie is always like nice, or a tuxedo like that. Or that I would say.
Many black clothes were shown at the next show during Thursday afternoon, and the designer Barbara explained her choice of color.
Pink and white and grey is kind of a non-color palette, and I love color personally, absolutely. But I think what fascinates me is very much about the form, and also therefore having the space to do so. And I think a color is a component more. A print is a component more, so this is mainly why I only use a non-color palette.
The clothes and sketches was made for different purposes.
Down to basic, I just entered that classical avant-garde scene It's a lot about form aspect and just exploring the form. Like we've been working with deconstructed menswear shirts, for instance, and implement multifunctional principles. So you can wear a long sleeve, and then you can turn it around, and then it doesn't have sleeves, but it has another. And you know, like it's just actually it has multiple functions and stuff like that.
The choice of fabric, garment, and its goal is to grab attention in a good way, and a lot of color will be in for the next season.
I think today's men are a mystery of wonder. I think they're fantastic. Look amazing in leather and in hand knit and in layers and bags and red in all shades will be interesting for next season for sure. As yellow was last season and blue was prior to that.
The description for the next show were fun, loose and nice, where a big variation of shirts, jackets, shoes and more were shown.
I wanted to take an inspiration that a lot of people would think was very American and then mix it with another country. And baseball is super big in Japan, but a lot of people in the Western world actually don't know how big it is. So it was super interesting, and then I found the period from the 30s and 40s to be the most interesting. So that's why I chose that as my inspiration and subject for this collection. You can find Scandinavian style in American fashion and American fashion in Scandinavian and European style. So I mean now this is more like a global style. So.
Color was again encouraged to wear the next season, and the choices are many.
Gray, white, black, navy, red, orange, yellow, purple, royal blue, magenta.
And describing a gentleman was easy for Silas Adler.
It's not necessarily a look, but it's like a way of behaving. I think like it's someone that make other people enjoy his company, maybe.
Blazers and waistcoats, color and more was shown during Peter Jensen's show, who described his collection as being grown up, rich and classy.
A proper gentleman would be dressed in the way that makes him feel like he's appropriately dressed when he walks out the house. And by that I mean, you know, nice polished shoes, trousers, a shirt and a jacket. I always admire people that really knows how to dress for their age. I think that's incredibly important. I've always been attracted to collars. I've always liked collars. I think collars bring some kind of happiness to the whole philosophy of designing. And no, I've always had collars. I don't think that anybody would ever expect me to do a black collection.
There are different characters and types being a gentleman, and at the next show we got influence from the cowboy punk and rock style.
Most importantly, they have to feel comfortable in how they look, and depending on their height, depending on their body build, you can't just say that hey, now it's trend to wear hipster and you just wear hipsters, you know. So it really depends. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I know what I like and I know also what looks good on me, but doesn't mean that it looks good on some other gentleman.
Different factors affect the choice of which clothes to wear according to yacht. The designer also gave advices to think of.
Probably wear a little bit less clean, and you know, if it's an indoor event, so you need to have some nicer quality material, and I mean the cut for me is important, and you need some sense of humor too.
Bibi Chemnitz, the designer for these clothes, was also using a lot of the color black in her collection, since her favorite color is black, red, and blue. She said that the man that she would be attracted to probably would need to wear a hoodie. Her inspiration came from Greenland. Well, that was the last show, and hopefully you got some inspiration from Copenhagen Fashion Week in Denmark. I'm Stefanie Akesson Petrovic reporting to the American Gentleman magazine. Bye.